the parking scam this city has going on and most cities have going on is ridiculous. Although when I was in Rochester, I knew I could park and do some shit, knowing there wasn't one of those fucking meter maids, 10 feet away waiting for me to do something illegal to give me a ticket. In other cities, they're way more lax, and they're not around. They don't have a lot of guys around. But in New York, there is a meter maid, and they're still called meter maids for most of us New Yorkers, like within a block of your car at all times. They're just marching around doing circles all day long, just fucking giving out tickets.
We want to be called traffic enforcement officers.
Yeah, do you? Go fuck yourself. You're a meter maid.
Did you read the figure that they have, I think, how much is it? How many millions of dollars in tickets already for the first third of the year?
And it was for UPS? And
FedEx,
And FedEx. Could you find that?
It is.
That was when we were off.
Buckload of money.
Yeah, and no one wants to acknowledge that it would be impossible for these companies to do their jobs unless they parked illegally. It would be impossible. When you have just a stupid, shitty car that you got to park once a day after work, it could take you a half hour to park illegally. Illegally, excuse me. Because I lived in one of those brownstones for a while with a car, and some days you're in your car for a half hour to 45 minutes waiting for a spot to open up.
Ridiculous.
So, of course, these companies couldn't do their jobs unless they parked illegally. Of course, and everyone knows it.
And the companies can't do this, but what would happen if FedEx and UPS simply refused to deliver to New York City? Now, I know that
they would lose way too much money.
They would probably lose too much, but would eventually New York City buckle, or do they make so much more that it's just not worth it?
Your scenario would never happen just because FedEx and UPS needs to fucking deliver to Manhattan for their own livelihood. It's a little game everyone's playing and makes believe isn't happening out there. FedEx and UPS owe $2.8 million in parking tickets to the city in the first 3 months of 2013. $2.8 million.
It's a lot of money. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So what would the city tell UPS and FedEx? That you got to find legal parking? They know that's impossible.
It's literally impossible.
They know that's impossible.
You can't do that.
And you know when you should be giving a delivery truck a ticket or not. There are times it's so obvious that the illegal parking spot they choose is really a nuisance for a lot of people. But in most cases it really isn't. They're just kind of off to the side of the road and traffic is still moving fine. They're delivering their goods and there's that meter maid just writing at that ticket and multiple tickets per truck every fucking day. And we all just accept it.
Yeah, you got to put it in perspective, look at it. Is it fucking up the flow of traffic? Is it a
then you make the judgment
problem?
Call.
Then you make a judgment call. Aside from that, you're just doing it to make money. It's not a safety issue anymore.
Of course not.
It's not a convenience issue. It's a revenue issue. They expect that money. It's already in the budget.
Right, because they're shitty at doing their job, so they got to find other ways to make money.
Yeah. And
this is one way they figured out how to make money is by fucking the delivery trucks.
Yep. Wow.
Talk to these guys. They get about 10 to 12 tickets a day each truck.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Each truck, and they don't even flinch anymore. They just collect the fucking tickets, put it on their dashboard, hand it into their boss, and then these guys go down to the courts and they make some kind of deal with the city, so they get a little off.
Yeah,
but they're still paying a shitload of money to the city.
Just millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm. $2.8 million for FedEx and UPS alone. Then you got all the beer trucks, you got the Coca-Cola trucks, you got the fish trucks, you got the fucking beef trucks, it just goes on and on. I can't imagine how much money they're making off this.
And you're right, if those two didn't deliver, another company would, or the post office would.
And the city knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably why they give them a little break in the end.
They got him by the purse strings.
Yeah.
Purse strings.
So.
Damn.
And then we got some weird virus that is killing people.
What?
CNN says it's a threat to the world, and then within 2 minutes they were doing a Justin Bieber story. So I'm thinking to myself, I guess it's not really a threat to the world if they're moving on to Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
What's the virus?
It's some new fucking
unfunny comic that comes in here.
It's sort of a SARS type virus. It's in the Middle East. but it's moved on to, I think, Germany, France, and where else do they say?
Close the borders.
And it's a threat to the world because they don't know where the virus lives, and they don't know where how the fuck people are getting this thing, so they're very scared. And it's killed half the people so far. 27 people have died out of 49 that have got it. God, so
50% mortality.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's movie shit.
Wow. And I didn't have the audio on my TV. I just saw a threat to the world. So then I turned it on, got a little info, the little info I just gave everybody, and then they went on to Justin Bieber speeding around his neighborhood.
Did it start in the Changchuan province?
Ooh,
in the Changchuan?
I don't think this...
It's always some fucking shithole.
I don't know where it started.
Yeah? Where's patient zero?
And whatever happened to all the other diseases that were threatening the world?
Like bird flu?
Bird flu, you got the swine flu, you got the SARS, you got the Ebola, you got the Legionnaire's disease.
I don't remember that.
What?
I remember Legionnaire's disease.
Yeah. There it is. New SARS-like virus is a threat to the entire world right there.
Threat to entire world.
Can you click play on this fucking thing?
Oh, man. I'm going to feel like I have it. Hate that.
Hussein al-Sheikh says his father died after a chest infection that quickly worsened into kidney failure.
Oh, man.
Soon after, other family members fell ill too.
Whoa.
Doctors now believe it was the new deadly coronavirus.
Well, the first time
I like Corona.
I
A little
corona,
lime and
the first
top,
things
right?
I thought about is I'm gonna die. Because
I'm gonna die.
Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar.
He's gonna die.
The first time they told me I have corona, the first things I thought about is I'm
I
gonna
want
die.
the Budweiser.
Because I thought about my dad, and I said it's going to be the same case, and I'm gonna lose my life.
This is NCOV,
Whoa,
and the World Health
it's
Organization
adorable.
is monitoring it closely,
Looks like
especially now that human-to-human transmission has been verified between patients and from a patient to healthcare workers.
Oh, boy.
Doctors from the WHO are in Saudi Arabia to monitor the spread of the virus.
Most concern, however, is the fact that the different clusters seen in multiple countries increasingly support the hypothesis that when there is close contact, this novel coronavirus can transmit from person to person.
Now, according to the Centers for Disease Control, this is where the virus was first detected
Saudi
in April
Arabia.
2012.
Figures.
Saudi Arabia. Then it spread to other countries in the Middle East, including Qatar and Jordan. Now, by February of this year, travelers to the Middle East had brought
great.
the
They
virus
went to
Europe,
Germany.
France, Germany,
So that
and
means
the
they
UK,
came to America.
all reported mostly isolated cases. Now, there have been at
here it
least
comes.
40 confirmed cases, and 20 of those patients have died. The largest cluster is in Saudi Arabia. Doctors say anyone with sustained daily close contact with an infected person is at risk of contracting the virus.
You think?
There is no evidence yet that it can be passed on through casual contact, but health authorities are keeping a close watch for any indication that it could spread more quickly. Atika Schubert, CNN, London.
London.
There you go. And then they went out to Justin Bieber, so.
Justin Bieber in his speeding car.
Yeah.
Well, he's a threat to the world, just one person at a time.
Yeah.
You got that right.
Justin Bieber.
We got a UPS truck driver.
Oh.
We're moving on from the threat to the world now, too, because we don't know anything else.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
Kenny in Queens, what's up?
Hi.
Good morning, boys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, listen. This is what they do. They if you double park, right? They don't give you double parking. They write in the other. They write obstructing lane of traffic. So you can't even when they go to fight the ticket, they can't we pay like half the price on those tickets, like double parking, but they don't. We pay full price for like bus stops and fire hydrants. So they write in obstructing lane of traffic, so they can't get the half price on the tickets with double parking.
You're a little nervous, huh, Kenny?
Oh, man. Look
Kenny.
at
Yeah,
you.
a little bit.
I'm listening to you. You're freaking me out. Holy shit.
I got anxiety now.
Right?
Kenny.
And the double parking is not like a hydrant or it's obstructing a lane.
Why is it when I listen to other radio shows, they let these guys off the hook? But we have to show the world that they're nervous.
Dick.
Kenny.
I'm a virgin.
It's all good, Kenny. What I want to ask you is how many tickets you get a day?
Me, I get one I get one a day, right? My area is not too...
Dr. Wayne.
I get one a day, but a lot of other guys, they get like 5, 6, 7 tickets a day the second they move.
Yeah.
The truck. And
they basically get a ticket at every stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what they also did was that used to be able to park by a meter, right? If you park by a meter, you wouldn't get a ticket, right? But now that when they moved, they took away the meters and they put in the muni meters.
Yeah.
That's not part of the deal they have. So UPS issued everyone credit cards to pay for the meters because it's cheaper for them to pay for the meters than now. Because it's not necessarily a parking meter anymore. It's a muni meter.
Right.
So you have to pay. So UPS issued everyone cards to pay for the meters.
Yeah.
All right, whoever's pointing the gun at you, could you ask them to put it down while you finish?
All right, Kenny.
So, Kenny, did that help the meter? Did you guys pay the meters? They don't ticket you, right?
No, but they're still illegally parked, so they're giving them tickets for other shit, right?
They'll give us tickets for mostly like double parking or like parking by the hydrants. The cops are not that bad. The cops that give out the tickets, they'll let you slide.
Yeah.
But it's the meter maids that will not.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy.
Fucking worst.
Yeah. The only thing they will not give me a ticket for is like the alternate side parking. Like I've never got a ticket for that. Like,
so if you're parked over where they.
Yeah, they usually don't because you're in and out, but anything else they'll give tickets for.
That was a fucking nightmare when I lived in Brooklyn.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, that alternate side parking, running outside, changing the side of the street you're parked on. Oh, and there's never fucking parking.
And that's a scam, too, because they say because they have to clean the streets every day. First of all, you don't have to clean a city street every day. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But basically it is to catch you parking illegally again to make more money for the city. Period. Yeah. That's all that is. They don't need to clean the streets that much.
No. That bad.
Once a month, maybe.
It's silly.
In New Jersey, when I lived with Florentine,
thanks, Kenny.
We had that place, and I remember coming home at night, and I would try to find street parking. And I remember the rage.
Yes.
At certain cars that would park wrong every night. Like, when there's a space for two, and you'd see one fucking cunt hogging both spots because they don't care. But it really makes you want to. It really. This is why again I don't own a weapon because it really makes you want to go door to door and just start fucking firing at people because they're so self-centered. Like we all have to park here together. I would always try to be courteous and pull up to the very end of the spot.
That's what you do.
Leaving space behind me.
You pull up right to the end, and then everyone else falls into place behind the car that's at the front of a parking zone. But no, they'll just pull in and fucking stop. And Trav, do you deal with this shit?
Of course he does. Look, you fucking rushed in.
It's even worse in my neighborhood because in the summer, on the weekends, you can't park on 80% of the streets in Rockaway.
Right. Touristas are there.
Yeah, to kind of no, there's no parking at all. To kind of make tourists not come.
Oh, I see.
So this guy, this asshole on my street, our alternate side parking is Friday. So he comes out 2 hours early, sits in his car, and waits until alternate side street cleaning is over, and then he parks in this one spot that is technically 2 spots. It's in between 2 driveways. You know what I'm saying? It will fit 2 cars, but a lot of people with an oversized car, it'll only fit 1 car. Yeah. He has a note on his windshield that says, I get up 2 hours early to save this spot for my 2 cars. I don't see anyone else doing this. He's had that spot for 3 weeks now. He doesn't move his car. He moves it into the middle when he goes to work with his other car, and then when he brings his other car back,
he takes up both the spots.
Yeah,
he's a selfish fuck.
I hate him.
Somebody should break his windows. I hope somebody breaks his fucking windows or slashes his tires.
Fuck him over somehow.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of what to do.
Pull in.
Well, he doesn't give a shit. I mean, he obviously doesn't give a shit about anybody. So what are you going to do? Yell at him? He doesn't fucking care.
No. But take his spot somehow.
You can't. That's what I'm saying. Like he'll sit in the spot. When the street cleaner comes down the street, he'll move his car.
You know what you want to do? When you want to be a jerk off, when he pulls the car up one day and gets out to get the other one, sneak in.
Exactly.
That's
what I mean.
Behind him.
Or wait while the street cleaner guy, second the street cleaner guy passes by there, you pull right in.
I know I should, but
you got a hammer? You got a nail?
I got a hammer, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You take
Go to
that
some
nail to the
tires.
wheel. Yeah.
Spike strip.
But you take that nail back with you.
It's just the selfishness of
Yeah.
some people, especially in a community like mine where parking is at such a premium in the
Yeah.
summer. It's enraging.
What an asshead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
bring a
an
picture
asshat.
tomorrow of the
Please do.
note that he puts on his
Yeah.
windshield.
It is fucking raging. And the guy at the end of our block would do that, like right next door to me and Jim. He would hog 2 spots. It was the last spot on the block, and they were an old couple. So it was slightly more tolerable, but I really did want to break his legs with a fucking giant stick, and I hope he's dead. I don't know what. I hope he died somehow with his family watching.
Jeez.
Yeah, I hope it was Christmas morning. And they're all like, "Oh, Pop!" And he fucking fell down the steps, cocksucker. I hope he died while he was moving his car. But people who deal with that know the rage you feel for such utter selfishness. Like a guy.
80% of the time, he's hogging that spot with one car, and then when him or his wife comes home, he moves his car up, and the wife pulls out.
Someone is. Oh, they do it together.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Right.
even do it at the same time.
Yeah, that's what happens. Like, I think only one of them works, and he works for the MTA, by the way, which just doesn't surprise anybody.
So yeah, he's obviously a piece of shit.
You gotta smear like dog shit on his
Yeah, that's
windshield
what
or
I'm saying.
something.
Like-
You don't have it in you, do you?
It's not that I don't have it in me, but it's like that's not going to accomplish anything. I want to do something
it just
that
makes you
accomplishes
feel
something.
good
I
inside.
know, sometimes you
Are
gotta do
you
things
kidding
for
me?
you.
Yes. He'll continue to park there, but you'll feel so good. You'll smile a little bit when you see that that
I
car
have a
parked
dog.
like that.
Do you think other people hate him in the neighborhood?
Everyone. I know exactly.
What's he look
who
like?
is.
So I'm
Is he
surprised
older?
his car isn't fucked up.
He's like
I know.
a middle-aged Hispanic guy, works for the MTA, probably doing a dead-end job.
Oh.
And he hogged a fucking spot. So the way is like he'll move up and his wife immediately pulls in behind
Yeah,
him.
like what I'm assuming, because I've never seen them do this, but what I assume is, okay, honey, I'm outside. Okay, guy comes downstairs or wife comes downstairs, moves the car up, and immediately puts the other car behind him.
Oh, so he doesn't get out and then get back.
No.
Somebody might have stolen the spot already if he did that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway.
He's pretty smart though.
Yeah, I guess.
You
I
got to
mean,
give it to him for being smart.
If you're him, it rules.
yeah.
he's got
He
a
figured it
parking
out.
spot for the summer.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's too much pressure, though. You got to assume that the neighborhood hates you, and eventually they're going to do something
You
to your
have
car.
to. Like, I wouldn't be able to live with myself, like, knowing that, like, everybody hates you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, how do you come to work then?
Wait. Yeah, we all fucking. You just said that.
Fucking shit.
You'll get him next time.
Oh, Jesus.